This past February, I took a little road trip to the Falls of the Ohio Interpretive Center. It's located in Clarksville, Indiana, Clark County, and it opened originally in 1994. Back in the 90s, I remember seeing a mannequin of a Welsh warrior and wanted to see if it was still there. This Prince Madoc-inspired mannequin used to be in the central foyer of the building. Renovations to the installation were completed in October of 2023, so I thought I'd go check it out. It's obviously pretty Lewis and Clark heavy, but they also have short films and interactive exhibits about the history of the area.
The rumbling sound of the waters as they tumble over the rock-paved rapids is, at all times, soothing to the ear.
Over the next 200 years, the Falls of the Ohio changed dramatically. Pioneer settlements gave way to cities. Bridges spanned shore to shore. Locks and dams transformed the Ohio River into a bustling highway. We've engineered the land and the river to work for us, shaping this ancient waterway for commerce and human connection.
While Clark captured each new stream and valley in his hand-drawn maps. As they journeyed, the captains named landmarks for members of the crew.
A big part of the installation is geared towards the geological features of the area. Exposed fossil beds date back to the Devonian period. That's roughly 419 to 358 million years ago. Other parts of the museum focus on the presence of the Shawnee tribes along the banks of the river. They have a nice replica of a Shawnee wickham, from which the term wigwam is derived.
Se kamikauchi ni weweleta maatashi.
Ni menete he maatashi tapente ki te poe.
Colonialism and its devastating effects is touched upon briefly in this timeline. Only this small blip about Chief Cornstalk, one of the great tragic Native American heroes, who is rumored to have sworn a deathbed curse on all the lands of the white man after being shot multiple times in an act of revenge for a crime he didn't commit. They do have a few mannequins of 18th century white settlers. Lewis and Clark did make note of strange ancient stone walls along the Ohio, though, that seem to predate the Shawnee. And some historians point to the Adena and Hopewell cultures for their origin. But the old mannequin of the Welsh warrior has since been taken down. I guess that's a little too woo-woo even for southern Indiana. I've been doing a lot of reading about mounds and sacred stones and megalithic structures. Like in this book, The Secret Country, which I got at the Frogman Festival in Loveland, Ohio in March of this year. I heard about the Loveland Festival at Cumberland Con in Somerset, Kentucky in the previous October. It's a fairly new festival. I think this year was the second year of it, but they had some 83 vendors, 10 speakers, all kinds of things for sale, art for sale, books for sale. A lot of cryptid art, like things about Mothman, things about the hodag, which I just learned is a Wisconsin cryptid from the 1890s that sort of resembles the Loveland frogman in that it's green and it has frog-like features, but the similarities pretty much end there. The original frogman sighting took place in 1955 when a man returning home late from work saw 3 short beings by the side of the road. One had a wand that shot sparks. They were all gray-skinned with large frog-like mouths.
Around the world, has anybody ever seen a frogman anywhere else? Is this the only one? And it comes to find out, there's actually a lot of them.
After I caught a few speakers, I bought The Secret Country from this kid, whose dad happened to be a speaker at the event and an author of a book about earthworks and mounds of the Mississippi Valley. So I headed back to Louisville with a hankering to see some more ancient mounds. So I'm out here in Cincinnati. I was like, it's too far to go to Serpent Mound. Wonder if there's any other mounds around, because I thought I saw a sign off of 275 that said something like Mound Park or something. Then I saw on Google Maps something called Norwood Mound. And Google Maps has taken me up to here. And right now, I'm in a church parking lot. There's a New Haven Missionary Church. There's my car. And over here, right beyond that trailer there, is an Indian mound. That's an Indian mound. Way up here at the tippy top, in a neighborhood called Norwood in Cincinnati. How insane is that? Right? There's somebody's house. That's a private property. On the other side of the mound there you can see there's another house. It's just the wackiest thing I've ever seen in my life. Those trees, wonder when they were planted. This is a mound. See over here it says Water Tower Park. No pets allowed. What kind of a park doesn't allow pets? And then this right here. How bizarre. Look at that. You can hear the highway below. Very strange. I don't know what's down that way. So odd. right in the middle of the city. So weird. So I headed back to Louisville with my head all filled with mounds and ancient earthworks, eager to follow more threads about the Adena, Hopewell, and hell, even the Prince Madoc lore as possible American equivalents to sacred sites like those in the Secret Country. Is there a connection between these mounds, stones, and ancient sites and the instances of cryptid and/or UFO sightings? This is the crux of my quest. And I'm lucky enough to live in a place where 90 miles in any direction leads to such a place.